appreciate that, Holly. And the Gators ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Smothers. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Again, it's Brown. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down.
That's a really nice job by this defense. Coming out, setting the tone. Great start, forcing a fourth down, forcing a decision already for this offense on the first drive. Really nice job coming out.
All the way back to his 5-yard line. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Jones wants to throw it. Using the quick game. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. 3rd and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Jackson. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays, I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But Palmer, Florida's good, and they got the trigger.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Summerall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
They'll run the option. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch them off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
The Gators looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Pulls it, fired complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. Motion from the back. Here's Manning to throw. Under fire. He'll get rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Wingo. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Running inside. It's Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might as well stick with him. Hard-hitting tackle.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Throws to the wideout. Has it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sending the offense back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Jones to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. To throw, Manning. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Makes the grab. It's Wingo. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Manning from the gun on third down. Finds his tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Manning on play action. Coleman's got it on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Arts to throw. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Jones wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mays. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Shoots it to the left. Finds his man. It's Pryor. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Uncorks one. Finds a man on the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Gators! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Looking for room at the 40. There he goes. 30, the 20. He's at the touchdown, Texas. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down. with all those bodies back playing prevent, that is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the hat.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 16 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
Jones to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the third quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time to defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Manning with a play fake. Throws it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Handoff for Brown. Tackled there by the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Finds space on the right. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Finding some room. Running through contact. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding it. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Here's the heat. Got his man on the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Handoff for Ball. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Jones wants to throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous.
Oh, and they blocked it. He's got it, and he can go with it. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Manning. That's caught. It's Brown. Still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. the tight end. Play action, here's Manning. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And they'll just down it right there. Sending the offense back to work. They fought their way back. A scoring drive, the stop, and now a chance to pull even on this drop. Caught, and he's got room. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion here. But that's a good start to this 2-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Jones to throw. Working that left side now. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field. Don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back. Let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw. But you could tell they were definitely locked in. And they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time. Likely their final drive. Makes the grab on the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Really nice job getting that touchdown. Now you got to go for 2. You got to tie this thing up, and your defense better get ready because the opponent has time to work the 2-minute situation, drive down the field. This game is far from over.
Jones wants to throw it. And he will be sacked. And here in the fourth quarter, they were trying to tie it, and they cannot. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and when they get close to the sideline, some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit, but I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
One more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's 2nd. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. The run inside. It's Brown. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Brown again.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball in his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing and win this game for us, and that's exactly what happened.
They've reeled off 6